Streaming from Oklahoma's own digital studio, this is TU Football Update, brought to you by Brahms. Here's Jeremy Poplin.
That's right, it is time for a TU Football Update. Apologies for the false start, trying to figure this out on the fly. Coming to you live from University of Tulsa as we get set for Tulsa and Tulane. Jeremy Poplin, Raven Ray in the Learfield suite. So thank you, Learfield, for allowing us the opportunity to sit here for a few moments as we get set for what is a very intriguing game. I think one of the things that intrigues me most about this is this has long been considered not only the most difficult stretch of Tulsa's schedule, and we knew this coming back when the schedule was released, but off a momentous win against Oklahoma State, which, by the way, they're selling T-shirts that say 1912 on them. We saw those a little bit earlier. Maybe your most difficult opponent from an X's and O's standpoint here before you go on the road to another team that would be the second most difficult on your schedule in Memphis. We'll get to that one much, much later, but this one presents a very unique opportunity for Tulsa. We knew going in, Raven, that if they lost to Mexico State, they were going to have to find a place to steal one of these games. They got that done in Stillwater. Things have changed a lot since last Friday down in Stillwater for sure. But Tulsa now with another opportunity against maybe the best team they're going to play the entire season.
And this is also a team that was predicted at I think 18% chance to make the playoff. So they have a lot coming into. I mean, this Green Wave team is one not to be messed with just offensively. I think their quarterback is one of the best in the conference, and I do like TU's ability to be able to go at the quarterback and the line that Tulsa has. I do think that that's going to at least help them in this game.
Yeah, but clearly, I was thinking about this the other day in terms of identity, and I think it was asked even at the press conference with Trey Lamb. Trey had said, probably won't know who this team is until 4 or 5 weeks in the season. So
here we are.
The question was asked about identity. I think he's dead on. The identity of this team is probably relying a little bit more on the defense, which at the beginning of the year, who knew if that would even be a possibility? And then the other element of this team, I think that is kind of the identity, is just their toughness in the run game. And that includes not just the running backs, Raven, but what they've done across the offensive line, which for right now, several areas they're playing really good at. And then in other spaces, they're doing good enough. I don't want to say get by. That's not the right way to phrase it. They're doing enough to get the job done in some of those other places that they're not playing elite level football right now.
Yeah, and just think about that game against Oklahoma State. They didn't even punt the ball until the late in the third quarter. The offense has been doing its thing. I mean, Baylor Hayes at quarterback, I feel like, has been the most surprising thing for us this season. A redshirt freshman who, I mean, I think he's got a way about him that making him play like he's been playing college ball for about 3 years now.
Did you see the way that John Summerall reacted when he was asked about Baylor Hayes? John Summerall, the Tulane head coach, in the press conference, he just got this grin on his face, and like pure football coach grin, knowing that you're going up against an opponent that he has a lot of respect for, that has the ability to move the pocket, and I think has done a good job of kind of setting the stage for this offense, because it has been a running game. But when you can kind of get off point and keep those drives alive with your feet and just give them something else to think about, I think it's incredibly beneficial and has been for Tulsa over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and you saw it first at the New Mexico State game whenever he's got this grit about him. He's going to go and he's going to talk his talk when he does what he does out
He'll
of the
let you
field.
know. Yes.
He's one of those quarterbacks that you're not going to walk on, and he's not going to show you or prove what you just did to him is going to make you pay later on.
Yeah, no doubt. And now another opportunity on a stage like this, coming back home off of a week that I think that you can just get a lot of confidence from. And that's the other thing, too, is Tulsa's had great starts in games this year. We haven't had that moment where they've had the uh-oh in a start yet. They've really started well. Now, a lot of this is based off of what we saw last year, which was not great. But if they can find another way to get off to a good start today, use the confidence that they got from the win on Friday night, this is still a 15-point favorite in Tulane that's coming in here, which should tell you exactly what people feel about this matchup. But It's not like the opportunity is not there in front of them to play incredibly well, but they have to do it early to stay in this game.
Yes. I do want to highlight one player on Tulsa's
Sure.
team, and we're watching him right now warm up. He has been kicking around 53-yard field goals right now and has made 3 straight. Seth Morgan, the American Conference Special Teams Player of the Week. I mean, he went what was his overall last week? He missed 1.
Last week, yeah.
He missed 1. And I mean, he missed that one just now, but that's okay. He has been able to showcase, like, whenever the offense may not be able to get in the end zone, he's got that field goal mentality about him that can get them ahead.
Which has been a point that Trey Lamb has continued to bring up over the last couple of weeks, which is this team has got to find a way to find the end zone inside of the 30. They just haven't been doing that. And I think the 52-yard range, which I think was what the range was on the field goal that would have sealed it last week, that's about his range where they're going to feel comfortable with him. So he's done a good job further in so far this year, gives them confidence and belief that he can make it when he needs to, but still, not scoring 30 points a game is not going to be enough to get it done for Tulsa, and Trey Lamb knows that.
Yeah, he said that he's looking for those power wideouts. They're gonna be able to throw the ball downfield, and they're gonna be able to haul it in either in the end zone or within the goal line.
Yeah, they've only had a couple of instances where guys have gone up and made plays. Some of the plays that have been made down the field have been more of a scheme-based. So they really need someone to step up today. This is an incredible Tulane defense that they had. You guys are going to be really impressed with their edge rushers. They got a cornerback that is probably the best in the conference. Tulsa's got their hands full today to try to get that passing game going a little bit more, so wouldn't be shocked if you don't see them try to rely a little bit more on the run game like they have, of course, the entire season, because Dom has been incredible. You know, when Savion Morrison went down, in the back of my head it was like a uh-oh. But seeing what Dom has done, I mean, it's kind of, I don't want to say completely erased that, but it's been such an amazing year for him to kind of erase any of that doubt that you might have had when what some thought was going to be the starting running back goes down. Well,
and the team said early on, I think in the first part of the week, they said Dom had a really great fall camp. He's going to be the guy. And then Savion goes down. And so that 2-back that they wanted doesn't happen. But then Dom has carried that load. He had 31 carries for 160-something yards last week, I believe. He's able to carry the workload. He's ranked nationally, I think, in yards overall. He's doing what they need to do whenever they can't get the ball to those star receivers, at least.
And it's really starting to show a lot when you see some of the other coaches' comments as well about what they're having to prepare for each and every single week with Dominic Richardson. And that's not even giving credit to what A.J. Allen has done in the moments that he's been in. And then last week, Braylon Presley had a run where he put his head down, he broke a few tackles, more of a physical style that we haven't necessarily seen from Braylon yet. Maybe that's big from a confidence standpoint for him moving forward to do that back in Stillwater. He looked, I don't want to call it relieved, because Braylon just kind of has the same look about him no matter what, whether it's after a game, before a game. But that, we talked to him after the game. It had to feel really good being able to come in and have the type of performance that he had, and that's all part of what they feel like can be a springboard for him for the rest of the season.
We've talked about running backs, we've talked about receivers. I want to highlight the tight ends, and I'm sure a lot of teams are starting to get a feel that TU's going to throw to the tight end, and that is what Trey Lamb has said all season long. We're going to throw it to the tight end, and Foley has been that guy to get them going. At least last week, he was a guy that got them down quickly with those chunk plays.
Yeah, and I wondered as well, as you move through the season, the course of adjustments that other teams will make, because it's not as much of a secret anymore.
Yeah.
Coaches mentioned that as well. But I think what they've done, scheming up plays to get him open, and then even something as simple as, I think it was the second catch on Friday night. The other thing, too, that will surprise you about Brody Foley is the fact that his ability to break tackles, because he broke a big one and got 10 more yak yards after that. I think is one of those things that you're like, okay, all right, there's another dynamic that is now added to the mix with Brody Foley when you talk about him.
Yeah. I'm also interested in this game. You talked about how this game's so interesting to me. This is the first day game for Tulsa, and one of the only day games coming up. In Memphis next week is a night game. They've had night games before this. This is their first day game, and I'm intrigued to see how they're going to play under the sun.
I'm just worried about UV rays for me being down on the sidelines. I mean, UV
Me
rays
too.
are at its high point at 1 o'clock to 1:30, so we're
know.
getting ready to go down on the field. All right, final thoughts before we wrap this up. We both got to get downstairs, at least I do. What do you think you're going to see today?
I think I'm going to see a little bit of air raid game from Baylor Hayes, or I could see also him using his legs. He is a very fast quarterback, and I think that is something they're going to come out quickly with offensively. And then Ray Coney's going to do what he's going to do on defense.
He's Baylor's got some twitch to him for sure. He does indeed have some twitch. All right, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Shouts out to our friends at Brahms. We wouldn't be doing any of this if it wasn't for Brahms. I intend to hit it up on the way home. Stopped by the other night, got a Brahms mix. Reese's, shouts out to Brahms for helping make that and make it wonderful and delicious. You should think about it too on your way home, or 2 games here through the course of the regular season. For Raven Ray, I'm Jeremy Poplin saying everyone have a great day, and we will see you. I have to make sure that I hit my my close here. I don't even know which close that it is, Raven. We've been doing this one for so long. No, I don't think it's halftime report. You know what? I don't think I put the News on 6 close in there. I only had the News 9. So without further ado, that'll just do it for us. I'm done rambling, and we'll see you next time here. Subscribe and like Griffin's YouTube page, which is Oklahoma's Own Sports. That's Oklahoma's Own Sports on